Colombia, this is Monster Jam!
Columbia, South Carolina, welcome to Monster Jam! And we're kicking it off for their very first competition full of so much adrenaline, JCB Racing, where our 6 superstars will be in competition against the clock. The driver with the fastest time will get the first crucial points towards the BKT Overall Event Championship here tonight. So South Carolina, who's ready for adrenaline? Who's ready for JCB Racing?
Kicking off the competition, we've got John Zimmer Sr., Megalodon. John Zimmer and Megalodon coming in with 68 racing wins. Let's see if he can kick off the competition with another win. The official time for Megalodon is an 11.367. 11.367 for Megalodon. As we look at the super glue glued to the action replay, seeing that first turn taken a little bit wide there, slowed down at the end, a little too wide in the second turn as well, had to wrangle the truck back in to get it over that ramp, cost him a couple of fractions of a second, but that's all it takes. We'll see if anybody can best that 11.367. One more time, the time for Megalodon was an 11.367. Moving on to our next competitor. Ready to go on the track, it's Logan Ashline in Sparkle Smash. Logan Ashline coming into this competition with 2 racing wins, looking to make it a third. An official time of 11.042. 11.042 for Logan Ashline in Sparkle Smash. Solid job around corner number 1. Clipped the pod a little bit towards that last one. Still was able to manage a decently tight turn to make it over the pod and get the top spot on the leaderboard. Right now, Sparkle Smash in first place. Once again, that time for Sparkle Smash was an 11.042. That is our current time to beat. Lined up and ready to go. Coming off of an overall event championship, it's Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger walked away with the overall event championship, and that started with a racing win earlier this afternoon. Can she do it again? An official time of a 10.457. She is your new leader. Great job around turn number 1. Once again, somebody clips the pod on that final turn of doom there, but able to turn it around quick enough to get the fastest time so far. Once again, the time for Gravedigger was a 10.457. That's our current time to beat. And coming up next, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. John Zimmer Jr. walked away with a second place finish in the racing competition earlier this afternoon. Can he do enough to take out Kristen Anderson? Let's find out. And he does it with some style. A 10.219 for John Zimmer Jr. Terminal Velocity, taking the lead. Getting some revenge on Gravedigger from earlier this afternoon. Looking like he was going to go around that second turn so slow, but that allowed him to get tight enough around that corner to not only launch it off the pod with the fastest time, but a little bit of stoppy style there at the end. Once again, Terminal Velocity ended with a time of a 10.219. That is our current time to beat. Moving on, this next competitor celebrating 25 years with this crazy Monster Jam truck. It's MJ Solorio and Toro Loco. MJ with a time of 11.027. One more time, that's 11.027. Looking like a strong run coming out of the first corner. Did the slowdown trick right there and then just overshoots it at the end right there. Shot a little bit too wide, able to pull it back, but not fast enough. He ends with a time of an 11.027. Good enough for third place. One more time, the time for El Toro Loco was an 11.027. Moving on to our final competitor of the competition. He's the best racer we got on the series. It's Cody Saucier in Dragon. He's coming into the competition with the most racing wins. Probably would have had another one if not for an unfortunate deduction for hitting one of the obstacles. Let's see if he can run a clean race with a fast time. Absolute velocity. Cody Saucier Dragon with a 9.164. Beautiful first corner. Amazing second turn, and he walks away with the fastest time. So that means that your JCB Racing winner, make some noise, Cody Saucier in Dragon. Once again, he probably would have had a win earlier during today's event, had an unfortunate penalty that took him out of the top spot, but he didn't hit any obstacles this time. Absolutely fast pass. And he walks away with yet another racing win. That is racing win 183 for the driver of Dragon.
Man, oh man, Arena Racing King winning 182 JCB Racing wins, fastest mythical beast on the track. So what was the difference from this afternoon coming into tonight? Did you change your mindset to really make sure that you got the win this time?
Nothing at all, nothing different. Truck's running awesome. This dirt here in South Carolina, this is Gamecock County, ain't it? You guys, this dirt is awesome, man. The JCB Dirt crew, man, I'm feeling good. I'm out of breath just doing that. That's how anxious I am to get out here in the Monster Jam truck. But the fun has just begun. It's Saturday night. I'm from Louisiana. We know how to party on a Saturday night.
That is definitely true. And speaking of party, we're coming up to our next competition. It gets very tricky, very technical. Two-wheel skills challenge. What tricks does Dragon have up its wings?
That's what it is. Everything out here is just one big trick. A lot of it's skill, a lot of it's luck, a lot of it's kind of both. But that young man right there, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity, one of the best, if not the best in the industry. He's going to wow you guys. I'm going to try my best, but it's in charge of, you guys are in charge of this deal, judgeszone.com. Slide to BK Tire today, all the way up for Old Dragon, unless I fumble the ball. But you know what? We're just here for a dang good time, man. My pop is here with me. The childhood friends here with me. Let's have a good time, baby. Let's go.
Let's make some noise. Your JCB Racing winner, Cody Saucier, Dragon.
Help us out and have a little fun doing it. Scan that QR code and put one of these amazing drivers on our leaderboard. Let's get back to the action. It's your racing winner. It's Cody Saucier in Dragon. Cody Saucier, Dragon, attempt number one. A reverse popper off the side of the pod, takes it in a wheelie, smoothly, stylishly, if that's even a word, all the way across the pod for attempt number one.
The mythical creature on a rampage. Make some noise. Cody Saucier, Dragon. Scoring is now open for the mythical beast of Monster Jam. Head on over to judgeszone.com and lock your scores in now for Cody Saucier in Dragon.
Check out that super glue, glued to the action replays. He hits that reverse popper, takes it all the way across the pod, rounds the corner, wastes no time, immediately hits that sky wheelie, throws it into a slap wheelie, somehow was able to catch a stoppie into another combo on the back end of that, but was it enough? Let's find out if he is able to take down MJ Solario. The score for Cody Saucier in Dragon is a 6.969. Cody Saucier in Dragon with a 6.969, landing him in third place behind Megalodon at 7.713. And El Toro Loco hanging on to that top spot with the only competitor right now crossing that 9-point mark with a 9.022. Let's keep things moving. He won this competition earlier this afternoon. It's time to give a round of applause for John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. John Zimmer Jr. took the win earlier in the competition. Earlier, he got one of the highest scores that we've had this weekend with a 9.983. If he can pull something like that and get off again, he could take another two-wheel skills win. Columbia, how we liking it so far? A slap wheelie, takes it down, does another slap wheelie on top of all of the hits before that. You know how it is. I want us some fries, some chips, and some ranch with that combo.
Getting absolutely diabolical on the track, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. South Carolina, you know what to do. You have a very tough job right now. Head on over to judgeszone.com and lock your scores in now. This competition's getting fierce.
Absolutely take the time to appreciate this super glue to the action replay. Look at the vertical position that he's able to manage on that Terminal Velocity Monster Jam truck. Sends it into a combination and continues to balance. Here we go with attempt number 2. Same thing, incredible balance, different combination. Let's find out if he's able to take the top spot. The score to beat is currently a 9.022 from MJ Solario. The score for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity is about as close as you can get. It's a 9.036. You have a new leader. And with that, Terminal Velocity takes the top spot on the leaderboard with MJ Solario about as close as you can get with a 9.022. The only two competitors right now over that 9-point threshold. Megalodon Dragon and Sparkle Smash rounding out the last couple of competitors with only one driver left. Columbia, we've got one competitor left. It's Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. Getting the truck totally unsettled for attempt number one there, but A was able to find control, kept it on the pod, kept it on the two wheels, and brought it back down for attempt number one. We're back to the same obstacle. Let's see what she can pull off for attempt number two.
Taking the tunes to the sky, make some noise for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger! Scoring is now open, South Carolina. Head on over to judgeszone.com and lock your scores in now for Gravedigger.
That might be some of the biggest air that we've had all weekend. Almost bucked the Monster Jam truck all the way back on the front two BKT tires. Was that enough to take the top spot? It's up to you guys. Let's find out. The score for Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger is... It's an 8.118. And with that, that means that the winner of the Two Wheel Skills Challenge is... John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. With that, Terminal Velocity earns the next 6 points towards that BKT overall event championship. That makes it win number 93 in the Two Wheel Skills competition and 225 total competition wins for his career.
Man, oh man, John Zimmer Jr., it just seems like just when I think you cease to amaze me, you always find a new way to do it. Two wheel skills in the bag, definitely one of your best competitions. What is your mind process when you're going into this competition every weekend? How do you change it up?
By not thinking at all. That's how I change it up. You know, I just come out and do what I feel is right. Don't plan anything at all. And I like to just play around with some tricks. I got a locker in the front of my truck, which lets the front tires unlock on their own, which is newer to me. I'm normally spooled up, which basically means it's four-wheel drive all the time. So when I was up here, I was able to get it to turn around super technical, and it was making the tires unlock. It was pretty cool feeling inside of the truck. I know the fans were loving it. I could hear you guys screaming through my truck, through my helmet. It was awesome.
Yeah, it definitely looked like you were doing a little bit of salsa on this track. It was pretty cool to see. But now, after our halftime, we are going to go to everyone's favorite competition, Monster Jam Freestyle. So how crazy and terminal are you going to get on this track?
Yeah, we're going to get it crazy for sure. There's a reason why freestyle is the last competition here at Monster Jam, because we get to come out here and get even wilder than what you guys have already seen. I'm going to send my truck as hard as I can inside this little building and get some huge air and some crazy wow moments for you fans. So, guys, we just got started. We got plenty more coming here tonight. You guys want to see some more?
Looks like they do. Make some noise for John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. Freestyle motocross! These four incredible riders are going to take to the skies and give 3 warm-up rounds of incredible variation of tricks to prepare for the best trick competition. Now, if you are new to Monster Jam, I want to let you know we only have one rule when it comes to freestyle motocross. The louder you all get, the higher they fly. So South Carolina, let's get ready to meet the superstars of freestyle motocross. them all one by one. We got our first rider coming up to the ramp. Columbia, make some noise for Zach Latowski. Our next superstar making his way to the ramp. Let's please give a warm-up applause for Brendan Reardon. Our third rider making his way over. Make some noise, Kenny Haskell. And last, but definitely not least, make some noise for Cowboy Kenny. So what do you say, Columbia, South Carolina? Let's keep the noise going for freestyle motocross. Zach Latowski with one of the quietest whips I think I have ever heard. Brendan Reardon with an Indy. A switchblade from Kenny Haskell. And a cliffhanger from Cowboy Kenny. They got 2 more laps to go. Let's make some noise for them. Nice round out, lazy boy from Cowboy Kenny. Last warm-up round. Make some noise! There we go, variation of tricks. Really good job. Guys all warmed up? Yeah, stretched it out. They're all warmed up. So South Carolina, do you want some more? Then more is what you're gonna get, because it's time for the best trick competition of freestyle motocross. These 4 superstars are gonna take to the skies and fly from one side of the arena to the other, giving you their best stylish trick. And we're gonna need your help to determine who's gonna win the best trick competition using those smartphones and heading over to judgeszone.com and locking in your score for each one of our superstars. So South Carolina, who's ready for the best trick competition?
Kicking off the competition with our very first competitor, Zach Latowski. He started in racing and is now at the point where he owns his own motocross training facility. Fun fact is he's also looking for a camo, so if you got one of those, let him know. But for now, he's competing in our best trick competition here in Columbia, South Carolina.
Let's make some noise for Zach Latowski. With, like we've said, a quiet whip with an incredible electric bike, head on over to judgeszone.com and lock your scores in for him now.
Definitely not easy going first with this lineup. Throwing down a whip for the first trick of the competition. Let's find out what you guys thought of that. What is the bar going to be? The score for Zach Latowski is a 6.767. Moving on with the next competitor, we've got Brendan Reardon. Brendan Reardon is from Worcester, Massachusetts. He's been riding dirt bikes since he was 4 years old. He was a racer for 10 years, then switched over to freestyle motocross, and now he's bringing us his best tricks on his Honda 450.
Put your hands together for Brandon Reardon. Bringing you a rock solid. Head on over to judgeszone.com and let him know what you thought of his best trick compared to Zach's.
I feel like rock solids are some of the most aesthetic looking tricks in all of freestyle motocross, requiring full commitment to let go of the dirt bike in midair. But was it enough to take down his competitor? The score to beat is currently a 6.767. The score for Brendan Reardon is... It's an 8.631. You have a new leader. Moving on with our next competitor, make some noise. It's Kenny Haskell. Kenny Haskell is another Massachusetts native from Haverhill, Massachusetts. He's been with Monster Jam since 2013. Started riding at the age of 5, started racing at the age of 16 after he finally drove himself to the track. Grew up in New England, a hotspot for motorsports, was part of Team Pure Adrenaline, and now a part of Monster Jam in the best trick competition.
Put your hands together for Kenny Haskell. Bringing you the backflip. Head on over to judgeszone.com. Let him know what you thought of his best trick.
Throwing down the first backflip of the best trick competition, one of the most recognizable tricks in freestyle motocross. Brendan Reardon is currently sitting at the top spot with an 8.631. The score for Kenny Haskell is... Once again, he takes the top spot with a 9.418. But one more competitor remains. He goes by the name of Cowboy Kenny. Cowboy Kenny is from Stillwater, Oklahoma. 10-time medalist, X Games, Gravity Games, even a rally car has taken some championships in that, and now he brings us his best tricks on his KTM 450.
Let's make some noise for Cowboy Kenny! Bringing you a one-handed backflip. Pretty cool, right? Head on over to judgeszone.com. Let him know what you thought of his backflip compared to Kenny Haskell's.
Tough job, but somebody's got to do it. The score to beat right now from Kenny Haskell is a 9.418. The score for Cowboy Kenny is... And he takes the win with a 9.496. One more time, your winner, Cowboy Kenny Bartram.
Congratulations, Cowboy Kenny. Gentlemen, that was an awesome competition. But South Carolina, we're not done yet. Do you want some more? Well, you're in luck, because it's time for the grand finale of Freestyle Motocross. These 4 superstars are going to take to the skies and fly from one side of the arena to the other in a single file train formation. Now remember, we only have one rule here at Monster Jam. The louder you get, the higher they fly. So buckle up, Monster Jam fans, because they're about to take flight. They're coming around to the tunnel. Single file train formation. The FMX train is in the station. It's ready to take off. South Carolina, make some noise. Very nice whip train. Now, Columbia, I want you guys to be so loud. You blow the roof off of the Colonial Life Arena. I want all of South Carolina to hear you. They're going through the tunnel. They're rounding about, getting ready on the ramp. Columbia, blow the roof off. Let all of South Carolina hear you. Now, this afternoon's crowd was pretty loud. I want you guys to be even louder. One more time. One more time. Let them hear you. That's what I'm talking about, South Carolina. That's what I'm talking about. You guys are so amazing. You guys asked so nicely. I'm pretty sure all of South Carolina heard you. And so did they. Here we go. One more time. South Carolina, let's give it up for freestyle motocross. Zach Latowski, Brandon Reardon, Kenny Haskell, and of course, your best trick competition winner, Cowboy Kenny! Cowboy Kenny, absolutely amazing. Congratulations on your best trick competition win. So something I want to know is, why Cowboy Kenny? Where did that moniker come from?
Man, it's a nickname I've had for a little over 20 years. I'm from Oklahoma. I listen to country music, drive kind of a stock diesel pickup truck. So I didn't fit the stereotypical freestyle rider when freestyle first came out. You know, they're all from California, and I didn't fit in with that group. So Cowboy Kenny's kind of stuck with me.
And honestly, I feel like it fits. It just gives you a little more craziness to your style. Because, I mean, for you to do a one-handed backflip, that definitely got you that win. So what made you choose to do a one-handed backflip when there's so many variations of best tricks you can do?
The one-handed flip, that's probably my best backflip variation right now. I'm not doing a lot of the Superman backflip type stuff. I'll let the younger kids do that. I'm 47 now, and definitely still blessed. I got to thank the good Lord above for letting me still be out here at 47 doing this. But man, I'm super pumped because this is actually the first event that I've won this year. Kenny's beat me almost every show so far, so got to give a hand out to Kenny Haskell there. He's been beating me, but finally got the win, so super pumped.
That's right. So thanks to you, fans, he finally got his first season win here tonight. Make some noise for Cowboy Kenny! We have reached the pinnacle of the evening. This is Monster Jam Freestyle!
Clock is paused at 14 seconds. And it looks like that will do it for Sparkle Smash. Make some noise, Columbia. Left a little bit of time on the clock, but crossed that threshold. Not only that, but had an insane save, able to bring back the Monster Jam truck on all four BKT tires. The ribbon boards are red. The scoring code is up. You see the replay. It's time to lock in your scores. The score for Logan Ashline in Sparkle Smash is an 8.04. 4.6. That is the score to beat. Logan Ashline Sparkle Smash setting the bar pretty high with an 8.046. That's actually a full point higher almost with her freestyle average, absolutely pushing herself out of the comfort zone. I'm sure that crazy freeze frame save definitely helped to elevate those scores. And we're gonna keep this thing moving. There's a shark in the water. John Zimmer, Megalodon.
Really taking a chop out of the competition. Make some noise, John Zimmer Sr., Megalodon. Scoring is now open, South Carolina. Head on over to judgeszone.com and lock your scores in now for Megalodon.
John Zimmer in Megalodon throwing down a freestyle run. Looked like he was having some issues with the rear steer on that one, making it that much harder to work his way around the track, but still able to throw down a full freestyle run. Looks like we got the scores locked in for John Zimmer Sr. Megalodon. The score for him was a 6.406. Good enough for second place.
Now I'm standing by with another new friend of mine, South Carolina. This is Darnell. Say hi, Darnell. That's right. Darnell, myself, and all of you are going to play a game called Name That Truck. Let's take a look up at the video board. We're going to see that dirt track. There goes the Monster Jam truck. Darnell, I want you to tell me what truck is under all that dirt. South Carolina, let's help him out. I see some blue. I see some gray. I think this truck just went in freestyle. Do you know which one it is?
Megalodon.
He says Megalodon. Did he get it right? Good job, bud. You got it right. So I'm going to give you something cool because you got it right. I'm sending you home with this Megalodon hat, but that's not all. I know we get pretty hungry after these events from all the adrenaline. So you just won your mom a $50 gift card to Texas Roadhouse. So you guys are gonna get some dinner after the event. And of course, if you guys want a little freebie, scan that QR code to receive a free appetizers from our friend at Texas Roadhouse.
And now getting back to the action, it's time for the Crazy Bull, MJ Solorio, El Toro Loco. He's lining up for the Morgan and Morgan backflip.
He promised you madness, and he delivered. MJ Solorio and Toro Loco. Scoring is now up in South Carolina.
Holy smokes. Literally. Look at that Monster Jam truck. About took away the entire back half of the Monster Jam truck with that run. Insane stuff. Hits the backflip. Is that enough, though? Let's find out. So we've got a score to beat right now from Sparkle Smash of an 8.046. The score for El Toro Loco is... It's a 9.275. You have a new leader. MJ Solorio knocking out a 9-point plus freestyle on that last one. The carnage, the backflip, the big air, the velocity, all put together, culminating in a high freestyle score. Holding on to that top spot right now, Sparkle Smash in second place with an 8.046, and Megalodon currently sitting in third with a 6.406. He's coming back on the track, trying to look for another win. He's already claimed first place this event. Make some noise. It's Cody Saucier, Dragon.
Mythical creature on a rampage. Make some noise for Cody Saucier, Dragon. Scoring is now open, South Carolina. Get your scores locked in for Dragon at judgeszone.com.
Take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. Wasting absolutely no time. Pretty much started his freestyle run right out of the parking stall for the Monster Jam truck. Took off, no parade laps, no fluff. Immediately sends it across the pod. Added on some flair with some big air. Let's see if that was enough. The score for Cody Saucier is a 7.515. 7.515. Good enough for third place. El Toro Loco currently still in the lead with 9.275. But this driver might have something to say about it. But first, actually, we have some business to attend to because I just got word that we are ready to crown our St. Jude ambassador of the event. Drum roll, please. And your winner is Sparkle Smash, Logan Ashline. Thank you guys, everyone that donated, no matter what driver, but especially if you donated to Logan Ashline and Sparkle Smash, for giving her now that is 15 wins in our competition to be crowned the St. Jude Ambassador of the event. At the end of the day, it's all in good fun. It's all toward an incredible cause. Obviously, we've crowned our champion there, but there's still time. If you want to donate, if you want to give anything else to this incredible cause, you still can. The QR code is still up. Once again, thank you from all of us here at Monster Jam and St. Jude for your donation. Now it's time to get back to the action. It's John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity.
So much air, so much craziness. Make some noise. John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. South Carolina, you guys have a very difficult job. It just keeps getting tougher and tougher. Time to lock your scores in now at judgeszone.com.
Monster Jam fans, insane air, crazy landings, even kicked it into a combo on that last run. I think if there's a high jump competition for this event, Terminal Velocity has absolutely won that. But did he do enough to win the freestyle competition? Let's find out. The score for Terminal Velocity is an 8.255. Currently, that is good enough for second place. Once again, that score was an 8.255. El Toro Loco, driven by MJ Solarios, holding on with the only score above a 9 with a 9.275. Currently still holding on to that first place spot. Monster Jam fans, we know you've taken some pictures, some videos, some pretty cool stuff. We want to see it. Go ahead and tag us using the hashtag MonsterJam. We might just put you on the big board. We want to see your memories and hopefully make some more here at Monster Jam. Bad to the bone for 44 years. from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, it's Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger.
With one foot in the gas and one in the grave, make some noise for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger! For the final time tonight, scoring is now open. If you'd like to help this Queen Undertaker, get on over to judgeszone.com and lock your scores in now.
Final competitor to culminate here in our freestyle competition. Did she do enough to take the top spot in the freestyle competition? She had big air. She had technical moves, as we see that combination there. Let's look up at the video board. Scores are in. Kristen Anderson ends the freestyle competition with a score of an 8.478. And with that, the winner of the freestyle competition, MJ Solorio and Toro Loco. And your overall event champion, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. It all came down to the freestyle competition within 1 point. He drove up to him. He called him out before the freestyle run. It was between these two incredible competitors. MJ taking the freestyle win and Terminal Velocity walking away with another overall event championship.
John Zimmer Jr., once again, just cementing your way even closer to getting that series championship, which takes you once again to World Finals. Absolutely incredible freestyle run. What was your thought process going in, especially because you were tied to get to this position?
Just having a good time. That's my thought process. I'm getting close to clinching that championship, but this weekend is purely fun. There's 6 of us out here just really putting on a great event for you fans, and that's what it's all about. I love getting wins, don't get me wrong, but I love putting smiles on you fans' faces, and I saw that the entire time tonight. So this win is for the fans tonight. Thank you guys for coming out and checking out Monster Jam with us and having a good time. We'll see you next time.
Make some noise for your overall event champion, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. But South Carolina, we cannot walk away without talking to the crazy bull himself, MJ Solorio and Toro Loco. Winning freestyle in such a huge way. Morgan & Morgan backflips are not easy to do. How do you mentally prepare when you line up to that ramp?
Man, the only thing I can say to that is just I turned my brain off and put my foot to the floor. No, honestly, this year it's kind of been fun. Between me, John Jr., Cody, Kristen, we kind of got a thing going on where between us, if we have to line up and back up for the backflip, we're docking each other 5 points. So all year, we haven't been lining up or backing up to realign ourselves to that backflip ramp. So I was hoping when I threw it into that corner, I was straight enough to get it to go around. Sure enough, I was. I knew I had to lay down the law when it came down to freestyle. We got such amazing competitors back here. Two-wheel skills, man, that trick I did was the second time I ever did it, and it worked out great for me. But we do it for each and every one of you guys out here. You guys are the reason we come out here and drive these trucks into the ground each and every weekend like we do. Without y'all, we wouldn't be here. Thank y'all. I appreciate you guys. You guys could have been anywhere else tonight, but you chose to be right here at Monster Jam, and for that, I'm forever grateful. Get home safe, and we'll see you next time.
A big congratulations to all of our winners here tonight, especially those crossing some incredible milestones. We got MJ Solario, 30 freestyle wins, and overalls for John Zimmer Jr. He crosses 101 overalls. Incredible stuff from these competitors, and we're not done. We still have one event here in Columbia. Hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow. If not, check out the live stream on YouTube. This was an incredible event. Go ahead, there's still time to stop by the concession stands, to stop by the merchandise stands out in the concourse, pick up some memories, pick up some of the exclusive merch that you can only find here at a Monster Jam event. Not only that, but go to monsterjam.com, check out the digital content, the results, and book your tickets to Monster Jam World Finals happening that July 4th weekend. I'm Carlos Sparks for Karina Encarnacion and all of the Monster Jam team. That was Monster Jam.